It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. You're tuning to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso, only on SABC3. We're continuing our tax talk this morning. We're officially in tax season. We're hanging out with Eric Jordaan. He's from Crew Investor, certified financial planner, just helping us a little bit in terms of smooth sailing when it comes to the tax season, making sure you tick all of those right boxes. So Eric, I mean, this time of the year, we all know that we need to buckle down. We need to make sure that all of our taxes are in order. We need to pay back. And also make sure that, that we get what is owed also to us from SARS. But this is also a common time for tax fraudsters, okay? Maybe some scams going around. What are some of those scams that we need to be looking at so that we don't pay some random guy maybe on the street as opposed to SARS?
I think the most important thing that we need to remember is that whenever you receive something like an email or a telephone call and the person purports to be from SARS, is always be wary when they ask you personal details. Things like your bank account details, login details, things like your e-filing details. Those are always things where you need to be wary about. SARS won't ever, via email, for instance, ask you for information like that. So that should be a big red flag when you get a call or an email like that. Always something that you can do as well is on SARS' website, they have actually got quite a nice section on there, specifically on tax scams, and they list you all the current known tax scams out there, what the details are. So it's always a good place just to go back, refer, and see if something that you've received sounds familiar in terms of what they already know about.
So don't just react on the first phone call you get and say, hey, you owe me money, whatever case may be. You know what, SARS, really, they make it easy with the e-filing system, for someone that's got quite a simple, tax return to go through. I mean, you can do that personally yourself. But when would you say it's worth it to approach a tax practitioner? And also, how can they help you?
It's always advisable, I think, where your tax affairs are slightly more complicated. In other words, you have other normal income, like things like rental, things that you want to deduct. It's always advisable to make use of a tax practitioner. They can always advise you better and show you exactly how to go about claiming those deductions that you would like to claim. And you typically would find someone, always make sure that the person you go to is a registered tax practitioner. They also need to be registered at SARS itself, so you can go onto their website, you can get their registration number and double check on SARS' website whether or not this person that you are dealing with is indeed a qualified tax practitioner.
I think things can get rather complicated when it comes to tax affairs, especially for somebody like a freelancer who maybe is working a lot. I mean, with a lot of deductible tax that can come off some of their income. I mean, is it then worth it maybe if you are like a freelancer and thinking like, okay, maybe there's a lot of things that I can look at, because I think a lot of people miss out on claiming back proper because they just don't know.
Indeed, that's definitely the type of person that I would advise definitely go and contact a tax practitioner, get the right information, and make sure that you stay on the right side of the law. The things that you do deduct are in fact deductible, and you stay on the right side.
Because you want to make sure you do it right the first time, because otherwise the follow-up process is it's going to take some time. Any last words of advice for our viewers out there when it comes to the tax season, just to make it easier on everyone?
Look, as we said at the beginning, tax season opened on the 1st of July. Always rather sooner than later. If there's a potential that you might get some money back from SARS, rather do your filing earlier, get the money back in your account. Money in the account is better than for the money lying in SARS' account waiting for you.
All right, perfect. Eric, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Appreciate all the advice. It is a scary time of the year, but with your advice, it might be not so scary. And that we have your financial chat here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Lots more to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Let's see what's happening next.